Welcome back, everybody, to Final Fantasy V, and we are at the top of the Phoenix Tower. Dragon! Is this the one who helped Reina? Yeah, the one that she constantly poisoned herself for. Yeah, that's who she is. That's who that is. Dragon, where are you going? He says he's going to do something to help you, Reina. Okay, what would that be? Because he's already helping. Dragon! So I guess that was supposed to be him falling off the tower? But it's got wings. I don't know how you'd do that, but I would think at some point for the dragon, instinct would kick in. But no! He's falling so fast, he's on fire! He's on fire! Oh, sorry, I went back into an NBA Jam flashback for a second there. Sorry. Reina, he knew he didn't have long to live. Oh, that's good! Let's justify it! All just to save me. He wanted to find some way to help you. That's why he came here. Dragon. Ah! This whole story with Reina the Dragon drives me nuts! Did the doctor fix Mama? Dear, the doctor did his best. But the only thing that can cure her is a dragon's tongue. Lovely. Reina, where are you going with that knife? Oh my gosh, are we actually going to see a dark side to Reina? Certainly you're not going to. Wait! I'll go. I'm guessing Jenica is her nurse? Or is her nursemaid? Princess Reina, if you kill him, there will be no more dragons left. But murder's okay! Remember, he had a mother who loved him, just as yours loves you. Do you still want to cut his tongue out? Well, obviously no. I'm trying to be a good guy here. The king has come here every day debating what to do. But you did the right thing. Mama. Okay, so being real here for a second, I actually do like this turn in Reina's story, but coming back on it, it is kind of corny and kind of forced a little bit. Would have been nice to know this. Okay, receive summon monster Phoenix. So the dragon eventually becomes Phoenix. Oh, dragon. Thank you. So, yeah, I do like this turn in Reina's story. I just wish we would have discovered it sooner. Then at that point, I wouldn't be screaming about her constantly poisoning herself to save this dragon. If we'd known that ahead of time, that would have helped so much more. But no, we waited till this optional dungeon to find that out. So with that, a lot of people are probably going to feel like I trolled them. I didn't mean to troll you. I actually thought I still had a big chunk of the Phoenix Tower left, but when I looked at the footage again, it was like, yep, I'm at the top. So sorry about that. So now that we've gotten that done, that's pretty much the last optional dungeon, I believe. Yeah, because we still have the 4th lithograph, but that's it. As soon as we get the 4th lithograph done, we can go into the end zone and finally take the fight to X-Death. And I know that people have been asking about that, and I don't know. People have been giving me kind of a 50-50 reaction on whether or not they want to see the optional stuff. I thought people would like to, but yeah, leave me a comment below if you don't want to. Like, if you want to just see the story. Until then, I'm going to proceed like I usually do, because some of that stuff is entertaining. Some people actually want to know what you do to unlock this, that, and the other. But I guess leave me a comment below if you don't want that. But we are now on our way to go get our airship again, so that we can go to the 4th lithograph, which I think I've even admitted in a previous part, I've been leveling in the 4th lithograph dungeon for a while now. I didn't complete it, and I don't go past the first room. So a lot of people are like, well, did you just get it? No. I just opened up the first room there, and I leveled there. Because there's a lot of ability points that you can get out of there. It's honestly like 6 per. At minimum, it's 4. And so at that point, that's a lot more than where I was leveling before. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our airship here and head back up to the 4th lithograph dungeon. Which, if you'll remember, we have done the earth, the wind, and the fire lithographs. Now we're going to do the water lithograph, which I technically did open already. So we're going to go in there and people are going to be like, well, why does this one not have any statues? Because we killed them in a previous part. So first of all, I hope everybody has had a good week. Mine has been busy as heck, and obviously because of all the workload that I have right now. I'm actually looking forward to March, because reviews are going to go down a little bit because we're going to kind of hit a lull. March has basically one game I'm interested in that I want to do a review for. And so that's going to give me a little bit of a break to catch up, to get all this stuff done. I also transitioned because we finished Knack 2 weeks ago. So if people haven't watched the Knack Let's Play, it is now complete, and the playlist is updated with all the videos. So you guys can look forward to that. We also started up last week our new series that me and Andrea will tackle, which is the Odd Gentleman's King's Quest reboot. I don't want to say a reboot because it's really kind of its own storytelling. But yeah, we're going to tackle that, and it's going to be like an episode, and then we're going to tackle another game in between, because obviously it's going to be like a couple of months in between parts. And we still want to be able to provide some other stuff for you. But we also have kind of a full agenda of games that we want to play for you guys. So feel free to still leave your suggestions, but we also do have some games that I think you would appreciate. I also have some summer plans, so I'm not going to go too deep into that, but we got some summer plans that are coming up, so summer's going to get busy, but thankfully for the next couple of months, I'm going to be kicking back a little bit. I won't have, because right now my weeks are, I have a movie review a week with Alex over on Drak and Shadow, and we just barely did our review of Deadpool, so please stop asking. The review's over there, or the review vlog is over there for Deadpool. I believe it should be up by now, because Alex usually edits the vlogs. If not, you guys can watch our previous one, which was Hail Caesar. So you guys can look forward to that. And then next week will be kind of the last one where we're doing back-to-back-to-back reviews. And it will be Zoolander number 2, our first comedy. And I'm talking legit comedy, because Hail Caesar wasn't a comedy as far as I'm concerned. So, okay, here is the Easterly Falls, and this is the 4th lithograph dungeon. Now, this is a big room, and frankly has a lot of chests, so we'll probably spend a good portion of time in here. I'm not trying to bore people, but I also want to make sure I walk out with everything that's needed. So yeah, we've got plenty of stuff going on, so I'm looking forward to a break. At least to be able to catch my breath, catch up on the reviews, and even kind of prep for any other upcoming Let's Plays and live streams. That's actually another thing I kind of need to answer. So people noticed that I put up a tweet that the live stream didn't happen this week. I wasn't feeling all that great that night, and so I wanted a break, especially since I'd just gotten done doing a vlog for Deadpool, and also recording that day. And I'd already been battling a bit of, I don't want to say it was the flu, it was more like a cold over the weekend. And taking care of my daughter, who had a cold over the weekend. So, yeah, I just kind of decided near recording time, I just don't feel good enough to be able to do this. and I had a game, but we'll move that on to the following week after. Because like I said in the tweet, the next week is another Undertale episode. Nothing is going to shatter the schedule here, so all the Undertale fans can still get their game. And I actually think we're probably coming to the end, because all the completion I'm reading is like 6 hours. So we'll see if that actually happens. And as far as the podcast, well, things are just continuing to go. It's kind of... A lot of people have actually talked to me about the stories that we have submitted. It's the slow season for any kind of geeky news. Because, I mean, keep in mind, we just barely had all the Christmas movies come out and all the Christmas game releases. I'm actually kind of surprised that this year we've had so many good games released in the early parts of the year. Because we had The Witness, and we had Unravel and Firewatch and Street Fighter V, things like that. So I'm kind of surprised that things have been that busy at the beginning of this year. Not to say that's a bad thing. I actually think that was the better idea for them to go with. Excuse me. But yeah, it's been fairly busy, except the news has been fairly light. So the podcast we've basically had silly episodes, mainly because the stories that are impactful are kind of silly. I mean, you know, the whole Oscar protest nonsense, which we hear about. I actually got somebody who said, well, we don't hear about this every year. We've only heard about it for like every other year or so. I think that was the argument that they made. And no, we hear about this every year, as far as I'm concerned, because I've been hearing about it since I can't remember what year it was, but it was probably like 2001, 2002, where Denzel was up for a Best Actor nomination for Training Day. And yes, at that point we actually got two winners out of that were of another race, because I believe both Denzel and Halle Berry won that year, her for Monsters Ball for Best Actor and Best Actress. And ever since then, when there isn't enough of a nomination, I always hear about, granted, it was Spike Lee for the longest time, saying, you know, I'm not happy about this. There's no directors, there's no anything like that's black. And I get that. But then we get to hear about this person is going to do it. At least I'll give Spike Lee some credit. Spike Lee has remained consistent over these years. You know, I'll give the guy some credit. He's at least remained somewhat consistent. And frankly, I don't watch the Oscars either. So, you know, me and Spike Lee have something in common. Except I don't watch them because, well, I think the whole system is kind of busted. So we can report on that, and we can report on how the Oscars are going to change their rules, and we can report on how Steven Spielberg has this viewpoint and whatnot. But eventually this just kind of gets boring. So I just kind of... During these months, I try to interject like stories that are worthwhile, but at the same time can maybe get some silliness out of it, so that it is at least entertaining for you guys. Little bit of behind the scenes there for geek news. And as far as reviews go, I actually do have a review going up. I'm hoping today it will go up, because it's being edited right now, and I'm writing and recording the next review. And hopefully we'll be able to get one of them up today and the other one up probably by this weekend. So I know that's going to be a little late, but I'm working on the turnaround really hard. And unfortunately, when you had a month with multiple games coming out the same week, it gets harder to be able to write the review and also focus on the other review and keep all your thoughts together. And I know somebody's probably going to point out, well, then you take notes. I do take notes, and it's still very difficult to keep it all together. Little bit of a factoid for people. In the notebook that I keep for the reviews, I was doing The Witness and Lego Marvel's Avengers in 1 week. And I actually had thoughts crossing over into them just because I was writing it down and I forgot what page I was on. So that happens occasionally. And it's an overall frustrating process because you, like, where IGN and well, not Game Trailers anymore, but IGN and Polygon and Game Informer, they can actually say, well, you review this and you review that. I'm doing it all myself. So it's just one of those things you have to get used to. Oh, looky. More chests. And one with a double axe. Remember when that was a thing in D&D, people? Yep. I kind of wish it would come back, except they really do need to work on that as a separate weapon class. That's kind of my problem with it. So there you go. That's pretty much the business of the channel. I know that bores occasionally, or bores people occasionally, but sorry. There's not. I'm trying to fill out the time with the dungeons, and sadly, because of the review schedule, I haven't been able to play a whole lot of other games that I've been working on. I have been able to work a little bit more on Mass Effect that I actually haven't disclosed yet, and I guess now is as good a time as any. So, I was also able to get one other mission done in Mass Effect 3, and that was, I believe it was Rex that gave it to me? Yeah, it was Rex. Rex was basically saying he sent out a scouting team, and they didn't come back, and all of the evidence as to their killers points to Rachni. And Rachni have not shown up in this game since Mass Effect 1. Now, I'll just be honest here. When I played the first Mass Effect game and I was faced with that particular plot conundrum, or plot problem, I took the easy way out here, and, you know, the Rachni Queen was promising she wasn't going to terrorize the galaxy or anything like that, so I know that there's going to be at least 5 people who are screaming, "No, you don't ever believe you never believe a space bug!" And at that point, I was kind of hesitant about it, but I figured that was the Paragon way to go. So I saved the Rachni Queen. And then in Mass Effect 3, I go to this planet where there's a bunch of Reaper Rachni. I don't know what else to call them because they were decked out with machines, Rachni. And then I get to meet the Rachni Queen, who didn't recognize me, I don't think. Although maybe since Shepard died and now this is the new Cerberus Shepard, that's why she didn't recognize Commander Shepard. Can I fit Shepard in any more than that? So I sided with her again because she was being tortured to produce these technological Rachni, and I love the fact that everybody's still going, well, the Rachni were like the worst thing ever, and, well, these Rachni just saved your butt, especially Grunt, who I sided with in that mission. And so, can you really argue the fact that they're evil when they saved you? Just saying. As soon as she regained control, the Rachni immediately turned on the Reapers. And that's pretty much the last mission that I did on Mass Effect 3. That's why I'm looking forward to the break, is that I can start working on some of these games again. And have some time to myself to truly appreciate them. But that's not what I've been able to do these last couple of weeks. And I'm not complaining, guys. I know that it sounds like I'm complaining. I love what I do. I love doing this channel, and I love the support that you guys give me. I love hearing comments from you guys. I love getting your feedback. So don't take this as a complaint. It's just, this is how it is. This is what I have to do in order to get stuff going on the channel and on Drak and Shadow, which, even though Alex provides content for, and he does some of the editing, I also provide content there too. So that's something to consider. But no, don't take that the wrong way, guys. I love you guys, and I can already see some of the messages. Pander monkey. I'm not pandering, because I love getting feedback from you guys. It is awesome. Oh, look, more things that I'm running away from because, well, I don't want to waste my time on them. Yeah, the fourth lithograph dungeon, I'm not going to lie, is pretty long when you consider all the treasure chests that you can go get. But after that, it gets pretty straightforward. I can pretty much guarantee you that by the end of this episode, we'll still be in the fourth lithograph dungeon. But next episode, we start up the end zone. And I know a lot of people have been looking forward to that, because there's a lot of side questing in this game. Oh, it only gets worse from here, people. This is the era that there was tons and tons of side questing. Because this is like the middle of the Super Nintendo era, and once we got into the latter end of the Super Nintendo era and throughout the PlayStation era, we have tons of side quests, tons of just dumb stuff to go through. Well, some of it's dumb, some of it isn't. I personally will criticize the later PlayStation titles for their side questing, because I didn't appreciate it. Cough, triple triad, cough, cough. And I actually have gotten a discussion from people that really do want to see me go through Final Fantasy XIV. I know people want me to go through 11, but I just don't know if it's possible. I don't know if its servers are still active. I will do my homework on the matter and see if it's possible. I'm not promising that I will go through every storyline, because I can't. I can't promise that, people, because I don't know every storyline, and frankly, I don't think too many people play 11 anymore. I think they moved on to 14. So at that point where I would need groups, I don't really have a way to get a group at that point. But for you guys, since I do love and appreciate you guys' feedback and comments and subscriptions and liking my work, I think I can do that for you guys. Even to the people who want the Old Republic. I've rethought that, so you guys can be happy to know I am considering how to do it. I don't know if it's going to happen anytime soon, but I'm considering how to make that work, because even though it's 100+ episodes, I could probably just make it like I upload 3 videos a day or 3 videos a week or something. I don't know. I don't want to overload my schedule, because I do have other things aside from YouTube that I do and that I love. So don't take that personally. We'll make it work. We'll make it all work. And again, to the people who are asking for the sequels, yeah, I think they're probably going to happen. I don't know when they're going to happen. I think after I get the Final Fantasy series done, I'm going to take a big sigh of relief and probably take a break from them for a while. Go focus on some other RPGs. People have suggested that I do Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest, so you guys can keep watch on me. I inspire so much confidence to my audience. Can you tell? I think people are just mad that I actually discontinued Dragon Warrior 3. Sorry, I just got busy. I'll get back to it, but it's definitely something to consider to move over to the competition of Final Fantasy for a while and kind of show it off. We'll figure that out, people. We will. But we're also trying to figure out some other things on the channel, like certain other Let's Plays that get suggested that are... You guys recommend so many hugely long ones that take so much longer than I actually want to spend time on as Let's Plays. And I can already tell the people who want, like, Bethesda stuff, I don't know if that's going to happen, people. I am not a big Bethesda fan. I already know of at least one Bethesda game this year that I'm going to be playing for a review, but like people keep on recommending, go play Fallout 4, go play Skyrim. I'm not really interested in playing either. I wasn't interested in reviewing them, and therefore I'm still not interested in doing them as a legitimate Let's Play. Plus, there are hundreds of other people on YouTube that provide that content. I would much rather find like some gems that I have played that nobody else has to provide to you. That's my thought on the matter. But we'll make it all work out. within reason. I've still got other things going on, people. All right, well, I think that's pretty much enough time in the 4th lithograph dungeon, so we're going to go ahead and call a break for this week. When we get back, we will finish up the 4th lithograph, and we will move on to the end zone. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.